go see David Montgomery. He's happy with his stat line a week ago.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who has overcome plenty of adversity to forge a 12-year career. Former Virginia Tech Hokie, it's Tyrod Taylor. Now Taylor on first down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Taylor going right back to Golladay. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 37. The Bears and the Giants both looking to improve their passing games in 2022, that's for sure. Last year, the Bears ranked number 30 in the NFL in passing yards. The Giants actually one spot worse at number 31. And he will have the Giants first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
He's a talented runner. That means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker. And his early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Taylor. Open man is Golladay, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
That one goes for 24 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across. And now before we get to the extra point, remember, all these skills do have to be confirmed. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Barkley again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Taylor. Touchdown, Giants! Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bell now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. But here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields. They'll start with the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Good play to get him behind the line there by Blake Martinez. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. Shoves him aside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team in defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Dominique Robinson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. To try again after the sack. Taylor, throw left side, taken in by Golladay.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Play action, now Taylor. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. Rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Third and long, it's Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. With it is Jackson. Oh, it shifts past him. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And New York set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action now. Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants whip the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now it's Taylor. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Congrats on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Chris Wormley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country. Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they got the lead right now. A 1st down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Taylor's throw taken in by Hopkinson here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space.
and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And Taylor's throw there should have been intercepted, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And he's got room. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. So that that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. You don't make the play. Make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Fields. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And here's Trenton Gill now. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Here's Fields. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Giants now going to take... So we're in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. One play action. Fields. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the Giants are going to take possession. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. The quick feet by Jackson. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw is Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Off play action, Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Trotting. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fields throw taken in by Pringle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Fields looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep the defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Fields. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st down, it's Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Julian Love. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 the Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One last throw here for Fields. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive,